Now this is a video of the advanced algebra Accuplacer. So the first question is, find G of 12 here. So you want to plug in a 12 wherever there's an X. So 3 times 12 plus 8 is 3 times 20, which is 60. So number 1 is D, is in delta. Number 2, which of the following is an equation of a line that passes through 0, 0 perpendicular to the line shown. So here's 2 points on the line. You have to find the slope of the original line. So draw this right triangle here. Didn't do it too well, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 4 over 5. The slope of the line is negative 4/5. The perpendicular line would be, the slope would be, is the negative reciprocal, would be 5/4. So, and the y-intercept is 0. So if I look at the answers, I can eliminate these two. That's the wrong slope. This is the correct slope, but the y-intercept would be 3 here. So the answer is y equal 5/4 x. And then scrolling back up here to number 3. The surface area of a right rectangular prism can be found by finding the sum of each of the areas of the faces. What's the surface area of a right rectangular prism with a length 4, width 9, and height 3? The area of a rectangle is equal to the length times the width. So if I look at this front face, this is 27 square centimeters. This would be a 3x4, which is 12. And square centimeters again, I don't have room to write that. But on the top here, this would be 4x9. This is 36 square centimeters. So there's 2 of each of those faces there. Scroll down here. So there are 2 faces that are 27, 2 that are 36, and 2 that are 12. So you want to do 2 times 27 is 54. 2 times 36 is 72. And 2 times 12 is 24. Add those together, get 10. Carry 1. 6 and 7, 13, plus 2 is 15. So 150 square centimeters. And then which of the following expressions is equivalent to these 2 multiplied together? So you want to do the distributive property x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x. And then multiply the 7 times everything plus 7x squared minus 21x plus 14. So combining like terms, x cubed and negative 3x squared plus 7x squared is 4x squared. And 2x minus 21x is minus 19x. And then plus 14. That's this one. In question 5, cost of apples would be C equals, and you want to find the slope here. So it's 4/3. So if I change this to the decimal equivalent, that's 1.3p, and over here the pairs are 1.4p. So what it's saying is the graph above shows the cost in dollars of apples as a function of the number of pounds of apples purchased at a particular grocery store. The equation above defines the cost C in dollars for P of pears at the same store. So let me get this out of the way. So C is equal to 7/5 P. If I wrote the equation for the apples, it would be C equal 4/3 P. So the apples are about $1.33 per pound, and the pears are $1.40 per pound. So the apples will be 7 cents less per pound than the pears. So letter A. Here. Say turn the slopes into the decimal forms, and that will show you the cost per pounds in dollars and cents. All right, so reviewing the answers, number 1 is D is in delta, 2 is A is in alpha, 3 is D is in delta, 4 is B is in bravo, 5 is A is in alpha. And then which of the following is a graph of a function? So you just have to do the vertical line test here. This one fails the vertical line test, this one fails it. So if the vertical line hits in more than one point, then it's not a function. So C is the correct answer here. D, this fails the vertical line test also. So but if I draw vertical lines here, they only hit in one place. So C is the correct answer there. And then which of the following expression is equivalent to this here? So 3 is common. I'm going to factor out of 3. And then factor what's in the parentheses. So the factors of -8 that give you a 2 are 4 and -2. I just have to pick off the right one here. It's B. And back up to the top here, a biologist puts an initial population of 500 into a growth plate. The population is expected to double every 4 hours, which the following equations give the expected number of bacteria, and after X days, there's 24 hours in a day. So you have the initial amount is 500, so all these are 500. You can't eliminate any of them. And then you have 2 to the number of 4-hour periods in 24 hours is 6. So 500 times 2 to the 6x is letter B. So which of the following values satisfy the equation above? So you want to subtract 5 from both sides here. And then factor this. The factors of 14, they give you a positive 5 or 7 and a negative 2. So x equal negative 7 or x equal 2. So positive 7, no. 3, no. It's positive 2, not negative 2. So B is the correct answer there. Graph of the function in the xy plane. So I can eliminate B and D right off the bat because a negative in front of this would cause a problem to open downward. So this is not correct because it should be x plus 2 and x minus 4. So this is the only one that's left. Or if I wrote it in factored form, it'd be x plus 2 times x minus 4. Trying to write that a little bit neater. So x plus 2 times x minus 4. All right, this one, since this is even and that's negative, then if I plug a 0 in here, I get a 7. So 0, 7. So I get something that looks like this here. So y is less than or equal to 7 would be the range. So the reviewing the answers on that page there. 6 is C, 7 is B as in Bravo, 8 B as in Bravo, 9 D as in Delta, 10 A as in Alpha, 11 C as in Charlie. Which of the following equation x equals 6 is the only solution? If you plug in a 6 there, you're not going to get a 0. This is 6 is the only solution here. Plug in a 6, you get a 0. Here, and negative 6 would be the only solution. Here's 6 or negative 6 is a solution. So one of those solutions is 6, but that's not the only solution. It would be negative 6 would be the other one. So B is the correct answer. Here you want to plug in x plus 2 wherever there's an x. So that would look like B. And then 14. What, if any, is a real solution to this problem here? So you would want to first subtract 9 from both sides. So this is impossible. You can't take the square root of a number and get a negative 6. So there's no solution there. Or you could just try plugging in a negative 1/5 would give you a 0. That doesn't equal negative 6. Put a 7 in here, you get 36. The square root of 36 is positive 6, not negative 6. And 143 over 5 would give you the square root of 144, which is 12, not negative 6. So the other way to do this problem is just plug in the x values here and see if you get the right output. All right, so what's the solution here? You want to cross multiply to get the answer here. So 5 times 2x minus 3 equals x times x plus 2. So 10x minus 15 equals x squared plus 2x. So you want to get 0 over here and then bring all the terms over. So x squared and then 10x from subtracted from 2x will be negative 8x. And then add 15 to both sides. We want the factors of 15 that give you a negative 8. You get 3 or 5 or 8. And then number 12, it says that in the triangle shown, if J is congruent to P. So go ahead and mark that. Which of the following must be true in order to prove the triangles are congruent to each other? So L is congruent to R, and then JL is equal to JP. JL is equal to PR. So this one's right by angle side angle. And then up here, so here I have x to the first, and I want both ends of the graph positive for both ends of the graph. So in other words, I want both ends of this graph to go up. So that means that A has to be positive. So we can eliminate those two. And if B was even, this would be, so say I made this a fourth, then this would be to the 5th degree. I want the total degree to be even, so B would have to be odd. So say I put a 3 in here, then the degree would be 4, and this positive, and then both ends would go up. So letter D. And this one, change it to a logarithm. So log, the base is 2 of 7 is equal to 5x. So I'm just converting this exponential to a log. So base exponent number, and then you would divide both sides by 5 in order to get x. And that's this one here. So which of the following expressions is equivalent to this here? So this is rather messy here. So what you need to do is to multiply by what they call a conjugate here to get rid of this messy denominator. I want to do the same thing up here. So you get x squared of x plus x squared of y minus y squared of x minus minus y square root of y. And in the denominator, you're going to get x minus y. Well, here I see that x is common to both of these and a y. So you get x minus y times square root of x plus oops. And then x minus y let's think about this. This is x minus y times the square root of y over x minus y. Well, you can divide this out of all these, and you end up with square root of x plus the square root of y. So that's a little bit messy, but simplifies to that. Right? And then in triangle ABC, and C is the right angle. If cosine of A is 5/8, what's the cosine of B? So I have to find this missing side here. Well, this is actually side A here. So you have A squared plus 5 squared is equal to 8 squared. So A squared plus 25 equals 64. A squared is 39. A is the square root of 39. So the cosine of B is square root of 39 over 8.